Managing Anxiety Effectively with a Psychologist. Hi Simon.
Hi Angelica.
So
Hello everyone.
last week in our Facebook video we spoke about the actions to consistent committed actions we can take to overcome anxiety with our specifically public speaking, a fear of public speaking. So when I'm taking those committed consistent actions, what can I do when those thoughts and feelings are, in my face, pushing me around, when I'm, for example, making a speech in front of a big crowd. So what skills can I really take during these times?
So skills that you can use when anxious thoughts are in your head and anxious feelings in your body. Well, let's do some story work together. Story work is about writing down the difficult thoughts and feelings you have when you give the speech or you're in a situation that brings up anxiety for you. And story work is a way to change your relationship with those thoughts in your head and those feelings in your body so that you can be more present and focused on the speech itself and the people around you rather than caught up in those anxious thoughts and feelings.
Okay, yeah. So, for example, maybe a consistent committed action will be saying a speech, a presentation in front of a big group of students.
Sure. So what sort of anxious thoughts come up for you there?
So I might, I'll forget my words and
So
I'll
you
stumble.
think, I'm going to ask you right, I think
Yeah.
I might forget my words and stumble.
Yeah.
Okay. What else do you fear would happen when you're in front of those people speaking and you've got anxiety?
I think that I'll go red in the face and tremble and look funny.
Okay, I'll ask you to write that down. Another interesting thought, not a fact, but an interesting thought in your story, Angelica.
Yeah.
What else do you worry will happen?
I think I might go quiet and just blank.
Okay, I think I'll go quiet, go blank. And what would be bad about going quiet, going blank, stumbling over your words?
I feel like people will maybe laugh or think negative things about me.
Okay, I think, because it's another interesting thought, others will judge me negatively or laugh at me. Does that mean you worry they'll lose respect for you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just write that down. I think they'll lose respect for me.
Yeah.
And what would be bad about people at university losing respect for you, judging you negatively, laughing at you?
Yeah. I feel like that would impact my connections with people. So I'm scared that I won't have any friends or anyone to talk to if they don't respect me.
Okay, so I'll ask you to write that down, Angelica. So sounds like you're worried that you'll lose connection with people, you won't have friends, people to speak to.
Yeah.
So you'd be pretty alone then, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so is that a fear there? I think I'll be alone.
I think
Yeah, okay. And how would you feel at uni if you were alone, you were disconnected from friends, they weren't talking to you, you thought they were judging you, not respecting you?
Yeah, I'd feel sad and wouldn't enjoy myself there, so I wouldn't want to go. Yeah.
Okay, so I feel, because it's a feeling, she's going to write down, Angelica, I feel sad, lonely, disconnected, I think you said.
Yeah.
Okay, and not enjoying uni. Okay. So, Angelica, what would be a good title to give this story? If this was more of a fictitious story rather than a factual account of what's actually going to happen, what would be the title of this interesting story?
It could be maybe my story of stuffing up, forgetting my words, losing respect and feeling alone and sad.
Great, let's write that down. So the story of my fear, because it is a fearful story, it's about anxiety, of you stuffing up, being judged. feeling disconnected, alone, sad, not enjoying uni.
Yeah.
Okay. So Angelica, is there a character that we might also add to this story which will give it even more power as an interesting story? A character who might be telling you the story, an anxious person.
Yeah. So maybe Marge Simpson from The Simpsons, who's the wife of Homer, and she often looks anxious.
Okay. Well, we have a picture of Marge Simpson right here. Why don't you staple that to the bottom of your page?
Okay. And what do I do with this character, with this Marge? What do I do with this story?
Well, now that you've got a character like Marge Simpson who's an anxious, worrying type, I'd like you to imagine when you stand up in front of people and you give your speech and you feel anxious, that Marge Simpson is the person who is telling you this story. She's your anxious, worried character inside your head, telling you that these things are going to happen. She's over anxious.
Yeah.
And another thing you can do, Angelica, is before you get to the speech, so at home every day you can take a photo of this story on your mobile phone, you can put it up on the wall, and you can read the story out as if Marge Simpson was telling you the story as an over anxious, worried character. Then you'll change the way you relate to the story. It no longer becomes a factual account of what's going to happen when you give a speech. It becomes an over anxious, unrealistic, fictitious story.
Yeah. Okay.
Because realistically, even if you stumble over your words, even if you don't say your speech well, it's highly unlikely that everybody in your university cohort will judge you negatively, not want to talk to you, laugh at you, and that you end up disconnected, alone, lonely, and sad.
Okay, thanks, Simon. And I'll definitely try the story work out. But also when I'm doing these consistent committed actions, how can I be more in the present moment and connected to the people around me and everything else around me?
So in our very first Facebook video on social anxiety with a psychologist, we talked about mindfulness. So we talked about using mindfulness, reconnecting with the present moment, using your senses of what you can see, the visual detail, what you can hear, sounds, what they sound like, and your body and what you're touching, so that you don't get caught up in those difficult thoughts and feelings, so that you can see your university cohort, so that you can connect with the content of your speech.
Yeah.
And you can be more in the present moment, being more the person you want to be, and not pushed around by your difficult thoughts and feelings.
Sounds good. So we can do maybe a mindfulness activity in our next video.
Very important. So stay tuned. We will shoot that mindfulness video very shortly. Thanks, everyone.